Tonight on WTOP-10 Nightly News, the world mourns the loss of Reverend Jesse Jackson.
And how the city of Oswego is handling all that snow that fell this winter.
Plus, SUNY Oswego hosts their career showcase, what the event entailed.
WTOP-10 Nightly News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Brady Hauser.
And I'm Emily Bologna.
Our top story tonight, the CMA Career Showcase took place this afternoon, connecting students with industry professionals here on campus. The Hewitt Ballroom welcomed various organizations from across the area, and students were able to stop by and speak with them.
Inside the ballroom, there were tables representing the different media companies, such as television news stations, radio stations, and newspaper organizations. The newly renovated Hewitt Hall is home to the communications program at SUNY Oswego, making it a perfect fit for the showcase. The event ran from 3 to 5:30 this afternoon, and it was an eventful day for students looking to network and pursue a career in media.
An Oswego County man charged with murder in the death of Rachel Allen in 2024 has been found guilty of 4 charges, including second-degree murder. It only took 22 minutes for a jury to find 37-year-old Ricky Colon guilty of all 4 counts. Colon allegedly murdered Allen before burning her clothes, moving her body, and calling 911 to report her death as an overdose. His sentencing is set for April 13th.
One of Oswego's largest mills is set to reopen after 2 fires tore through the facility this past year. The Novellis Hot Mill is set to reopen later this year despite suffering massive losses, planning to restart operations sometime between May and September. Despite losing $160 million in the last 3 months of 2025, the company shared that they are preparing to bounce back following the pair of fires late last year. One of the major customers, Ford Motor Company, stated that they lost $2 billion last year due to the disruptions from the Novellis fire.
Staying in Oswego County, the temporary closure of the local Department of Motor Vehicle offices will conclude at some point tomorrow. The Oswego County DMV locations were a part of a statewide temporary closure as a large-scale system upgrade was set to be installed. Oswego County Clerk Terry Wilbur stated that this is the first phase of a multi-year project for the New York State DMV to updating aging technology systems, including software and databases. All offices are expected to reopen tomorrow, with some locations potentially needing an extra day or 2 to resume business. Some might think that it's no big deal, but drivers are dealing with the consequences of Oswego's recent heavy snowfall.
With more on what the city is doing to take care of all that snow, here's Oswego Now reporter Logan Russo.
When you hear the sounds of plows and construction vehicles, you know it's that time of year again in the city of Oswego, where snow falls as far as the eye can see. The past few weeks have brought wave after wave of snow, burying the city's streets, creating tough conditions for drivers. Crews have been working 24/7 at clearing the streets, but it's not just the roads themselves causing issues. Snowbanks and piles on street corners kept piling up and are creating blind spots at intersections. It's street corners like these on the corner of East Bridge Street and East 7th Street that are causing issues for drivers. The snow, as you can see, is all the way up to the top of that stop sign. Mind you, I'm 6 foot tall. That is 7 feet of snow here on this corner, creating blind spots for drivers. The snowbanks at Brightback Park also reached the bottom of the sign bearing the name of Rob Corradino, the mayor of Oswego. According to Mayor Corradino, crews have started to take some of the snowbanks at their most congested intersections.
The city of Oswego has about 100 miles of roads. So they're doing their best to clear some of the more major intersections. We probably won't get to all the neighborhood intersections, but a lot of the highly traveled or priority areas we're going to clear.
Although Mayor Corradino said this is the most snow he's seen in the past few years, he also says that it doesn't compare to some of the snowstorms of his childhood.
Don't laugh, but I remember the winter of '66 where we had 7 days of school off, because we got about 102 inches of snow in the winter of '66. Truthfully, the piles of snow in front of my house remind me of the winters of my youth.
Spring's coming in a few more months and you won't see snow piles like this much longer, so maybe you should enjoy them while you can. For Oswego Now, I'm Logan Russo. All right, gotta get down from here.
It wasn't just Oswego dealing with the heavy snow this winter.
Syracuse set a new midnight to midnight snowfall record with 24.2 inches of snow in 24 hours.
You know, Emily, all this talk about snow, but with these temperatures, I'm worried we might not see it any longer.
I agree, Brady. Let's take a quick look at your forecast with Storm Team 10 meteorologist Bradley Jacobs.
Thanks, guys, and we'll touch on that snow in a second. But first, today we've seen a lot of patchy fog rolling in, and we're going to expect that to sit with us overnight and into the early halves of tomorrow. And then rain, snow, and ice. Oh my! What to expect with that tomorrow, as we're getting all this mixed precipitation all within the course of a day. And then we can expect these warmer temperatures, that recent warm rise that we've had, we can expect that to stay a little bit longer. But will winter make its return into the early half of next week? Be sure to stay tuned, as I'll have all that and more, my full weather forecast ahead. But for now, back to the desk.
Thanks, Bradley.
A fiery explosion ripped through a church in Boonville today, injuring a pastor and 5 firefighters. Officials say that firefighters responded to a call about a smell of gas coming from the church's basement. When they got to the basement to turn the furnace on, a major explosion happened, destroying the building. This left one person in critical condition with non-life-threatening injuries, and the building suffered catastrophic damage.
The Genesee County District Attorney's Office has released a statement regarding the August tour bus crash on I-90. Bus driver Bin Shao has officially been charged with 5 counts of manslaughter in the 2nd degree and 5 counts of criminally negligent homicide. Shao pleaded not guilty, and prosecutors stated that alcohol and drugs did not play a role in the incident. Rather, it was the decisions and actions made by Shao.
Work has been suspended on the new Highmark Stadium in Buffalo after the project was vandalized. There was graffiti found on both finished and unfinished parts of the stadium. The work is currently suspended while a full investigation is underway. According to the statement from officials, there is a zero-tolerance policy for any form of vandalism, and this case is being taken very seriously. There has been no announcement on when the construction will resume.
Still ahead tonight, ICE is opening a new detention center in Orange County.
Plus, civil rights activist Jesse Jackson has died at 84.
We'll be right back.
I'm scared of Joe with a bat.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me show you, because your team is a failure. You don't know how to score, right?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah. Oh. Just like that. That's actually. Let me show you the Bronx Bomber way of doing it. Ready? Ready?
I swear to God. Oh my
Everyone.
God. All right, put the bat down.
All right.
This number's like.
Sorry, you're right. Sorry.
Yeah. Like, hey.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris. That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts. It's showtime, Chris. Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No.
Spin the wheel. You got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to...
If only we had someone who could tell us what we should and shouldn't watch.
Well, do we have a show for you?
Who are you?
What are you doing in my bed?
On Be Kind and Rewind, we will go through and review all your favorite movie franchises. And tell you which ones you should and shouldn't watch from the perspective of normal movie fans. Well, be sure to check out Be Kind and Rewind on WTOP-10.
Good evening and welcome back to your nightly news here on WTOP-10. I'm your Storm Team 10 meteorologist, Bradley Jacobs. And along with that fog that we were seeing earlier, we're just going to touch on some brief advisories and warnings, watches that we have going on right now. So as we can see here, these areas kind of in like these cloudier parts of the counties, these ironically are under the dense fog advisory. So all these areas were under a fog advisory until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. And then we're going to start over here, western New York, northern part, the southern border of Lake Ontario. We're under winter weather advisory from 5 a.m. Wednesday till 1 a.m. Thursday. And then these other counties over here to my east, Otsego, Shenango, and everywhere up north, we're under a winter weather advisory here from noon Wednesday till 4 a.m. So what we can see with that is we can see some potential ice, mixed precipitation, snow, rain, freezing rain, and all of that. My, oh my, what is in store for us? But currently right now, again, we are foggy at 34 degrees, dew points at 32, helping to create that high humidity of 91%. Why we're also seeing kind of that foggy mixture lately. Winds from the southeast at 5 miles per hour and very high pressure, well above 1,000 millibars. So not really a lot of precipitation that we're seeing right now or that we're going to be seeing going forward necessarily over the next 12 hours or so. Current temperatures, still very warm compared to where we were a week ago. Everyone just sitting pretty in the mid-30s all up and down the 81 corridor, out in eastern New York and up into the northern North Country. Just a few places, high 20s, low 30s, otherwise still sitting very pretty in about the mid-30s range. Now, going forward, what we can see with some precipitation we have coming, Wednesday, tomorrow morning, we are starting to see some of that ice mix, that mixed precipitation, as we're going to be sitting right around 32 degrees, getting that all throughout the day. Potential for some snow showers. It's going to be changing kind of rapidly throughout the day, depending on the temperature as well. All that's going to be moving right on through. Thursday is going to be looking fine. Now, we see Friday, we have some more wet rain and other stuff coming on in. Friday morning, maybe even the chance of a thunderstorm or two if we have a little rumble of thunder, some higher, heavier precipitation amounts. Precipitation all throughout Friday. We could see even Friday night, more chances of snow going forward. Now for that commuter cast tomorrow morning, if you're looking to commute to class, have any appointments or anything, I'm going to give that green light early on Wednesday morning. You're going to be expecting some snow showers well after 8 in the morning. And then later on Wednesday night, we can have some more of that kind of mixed precipitation. Again, the temperature is starting to dip closer to 32 degrees, creating some freezing rain, some potentially slick driving conditions. So if you're going to be commuting home, going out to eat tomorrow night, anything else important, want to be looking out for that. Taking a full look at the 7-day forecast, temperature still warming on up into the rain showers into the weekend. Laker hockey both days this weekend. Temperature starting to dip back down. And again, that is not a typo. Later in the later half of the week, temperature is getting back down cold. Winter will be returning. And that's all for my full weather forecast tonight. And back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Bradley. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, officials have bought an empty warehouse in the Orange County village of Chester to build a new immigration detention center. Local and state officials opposed to the warehouse due to the possible environmental risks, logistical burdens, and lack of communication from federal authorities. According to the Associated Press, federal and immigration officials face similar pushback nationwide as they scout for warehouses to become detention facilities. There are new developments in a shooting that left 2 dead and 3 injured in a youth hockey match in Rhode Island.
Questions are being asked about a possible motive. With more information, here's CNN reporter Cheryl Hubbard.
A youth hockey game at this arena turned deadly Monday afternoon. It took place in Pawtucket, just north of Providence, Rhode Island. Officials say the gunman died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound after firing shots.
It was like pop, pop, and I thought it was balloons, but it just kept going, and it was actually gunshots. And after the gunshots, me and my teammates ran right to the locker room, and we just bunkered up.
We have 3 deceased, the suspect, and then we have 2 victims. And then we have 3 at the hospital that were part of the incident that, no, they were not trampled, that they were shot.
Officials say the gunman appears to have been targeting members of his own family.
You could see some of the parents watching the players kind of roam and could feel and ask them, how are you doing? And you could see the tears starting to come down and the parents hugging their kids.
The shooting rattling an already on-edge community. The hockey rink is about 5 miles north of Brown University's engineering building, where a 48-year-old man killed 2 students and wounded 9 other people in December.
This is devastating. You know, you hear about an event that happened very similar 2 months ago at Brown. It's so shocking. You know, it's heartbreaking.
After the shooting, Rhode Island Governor Dan McKee said in a statement online, "I am praying for Pawtucket and everyone involved." I'm Cheryl Hubbard reporting.
Police say that the Good Samaritans apprehended the suspect helping prevent further deaths.
The Gun Violence Archive says the shooting was the 41st already this year.
Many today woke up with the news that civil rights activist Reverend Jesse Jackson has died. Jackson propelled the civil rights movement after the assassination of Martin Luther King. According to his family, he passed peacefully surrounded by loved ones. The cause of death has not yet been made official, and Jackson was diagnosed with Parkinson's back in 2017 and has been in and out of the hospital. There will be a public observance held in Chicago in the coming days. Jesse Jackson was 84 years old.
Stephen Colbert's Late Show interview with Democratic Senate primary James Talrico was cut after President Trump's FCC threats. The lawyers from CBS intervened before the interview was aired. It was taken out of the show after pressure from the Trump administration. While the interview was not aired due to the FCC's equal time rule, it is available on YouTube where those rules do not apply.
When WTOP-10 Nightly News continues, Mark Zuckerberg is set to testify in front of a jury.
And Bruce Springsteen has announced a brand new tour. All this and more after the break.
If you like action, romance, and highbrow humor,
surface is this? Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
There's only one place to turn.
No!
Tune in to new episodes of
Oh boy!
only on WTOP.
So you're probably wondering why the top producer of WTOP's new hit, Oswego Liza, is currently juggling Taco Bell right now. That's just because I don't just know ball, but I can play it too. WTOP, live every other Sunday, 7 p.m. Tune in.
Oh boy!
I feel like I'm triggered. Almost right.
Who else would you want behind this camera other than Austin Claus? Nope. Oh, nobody. What's happening?
Oh, sorry. No, I want nobody calling this game but Kenny Gerard. And Paulie Beatty. And also Kenny Gerard again.
Welcome back to WTOP-10 Nightly News.
In consumer news, the NTSB has released the final report of the January 17th helicopter plane collision last year in the Potomac River. Throughout its investigation, the agency suggested that a complex airspace around Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport, along with the technological issues and unclear guidance and regulations, all contributed to the disaster. The crash killed over 60 people, which included families of figure skaters who are currently competing in the Olympics. Just this past week, the Senate passed legislation requiring a review of the FAA's safety managing system to address risks and prevent future incidents.
Mark Zuckerberg, CEO of Meta, will be testifying in Los Angeles tomorrow. Zuckerberg has been sued on claims that YouTube and Instagram have been designed to have young users addicted to the platforms. The woman who filed the lawsuit stated that Meta social media platforms have harmed her child's mental health. Zuckerberg has previously taken the stand in front of the Senate. This time, he will be standing in front of a jury.
Rock icon Bruce Springsteen is launching a new tour titled Land of Hopes and Dreams, starting March 31st and running for 20 dates. The tour will be an American-only tour, ending with an outdoor performance in Washington, D.C. Springsteen is an outspoken critic of the Trump administration and is promoting the performance as a celebration in defense of America. Now to a hot topic following the Super Bowl commercial that drawn concern to doorbell security.
With more on the latest Ring doorbell feature, here's CNN reporter Michael Yoshida.
It's a Super Bowl ad that had some throwing a flag.
I saw it live, and it was one of those, uh-oh moments.
Ring, the Amazon-owned video door company, promoting its search party feature.
One post of a dog's photo in the Ring app starts outdoor cameras looking for a match. Search Party from Ring uses AI to help families find lost dogs.
It should be heartwarming, but a lot of people are reading something very sinister into it.
Ring hasn't been accused of any wrongdoing, But the ad did spark conversations around unwanted surveillance, AI going through and analyzing videos, and how the technology could potentially be used.
There's absolutely
Wise, a Ring competitor, even putting out this satire video, highlighting privacy worries and public distrust.
We could find literally anyone, but we only use this technology to find lost dogs.
A lot of this is people speculating about how the technology could be used in the future by a bad actor, rather than necessarily bad behavior that's happening right now.
Ring's founder says the company prioritizes customer privacy, and the application's use is limited.
Right now, the search party feature is literally just built for dogs. So it's built to look for dogs, to tell you if the dog is in front of your house, and then you have the decision to, contact the owner or not.
But experts say concerns over what comes next shouldn't be dismissed.
These technologies are getting so advanced and so sophisticated, we can't just ignore the implications and the risk.
These same things that are treated as privacy risks for some people are actually kind of a feature.
In Washington, Michael Yoshida.
From cameras to the spotlight now, the Oswego men's hockey team has found success this season, and they have shown no signs of slowing down.
With more on the impressive season from the Lakers, here's WTOP-10 sports reporter Josh Madison.
Rebound shot in front. It's in! The Lakers get the buzzer beater, and this thing is over. The red light is on.
Whether it's the cheering fans at home or the booing crowd in an away arena, the Oswego men's hockey team has done one thing every game this season, and that's score a goal. In fact, the Lakers have yet to be held scoreless through a full 3 periods since November 2nd of 2024 against Elmira, and this past Saturday put up 9 goals against the Morrisville Mustangs. However, following the 3-2 loss to Cortland last Friday, the men's head hockey coach Ed Gosek says that it's the defense that wins championships.
Well, our offense, again, going back to the beginning of the year, our goal all along is to get better defensively. And, tonight with the 3 goals, it was a step in the right direction.
This current scoring streak the Lakers sit on is at 472 days, which is the 4th longest streak in the 21st century. During this time, the Lakers have put up 10 shutouts as a team, and with only a few games left in the season, the Lakers will look to continue this streak and lock in their 5th unshutout season in the past decade. Joshua Madison, WTOP-10 News.
Thanks, Josh. Next up for the Lakers, they will face off against the Fredonia Blue Devils, with puck drop set for this Friday night at 7.
With the playoffs approaching, the Lakers will look to keep their scoring streak alive as they finish out the regular season.
And with more in sports coming up, our sports anchor, Nick Stetter, is in the world with the latest of the sports world. You're watching Tuesday Night News right here on WTOP-10.
I saw bread, and I want some bread.
I feel like the amount of work that we get here is very different than a community college. So at my last school, we had at least an essay a week that was due for any given class.
Yeah. Also make you really did you start in the fall, or it's kind of like one still good sport.
If it's hockey,
It's what they score!
it's on Hockey Talk. Join Rob Finger and his panel of guests.
Their behavior against easy teams, how do you lose to the Bruins twice?
As they take you through the hockey world.
We welcome you with open arms.
Tune into Hockey Talk, Mondays at 9:30 after East Coast hockey games, only on WTOP.
Oh boy!
Come across like
a Good evening and welcome to Jeopardy! I am your host, Joe.
Hello, Simon.
Joe is at this place. No. And I'm very concerned to see what Piper's answer is here.
Sorry, it's a 98-page rule book.
You guys are stumped still?
Yo, I'm gonna sound like a little snob here. It was not founded by Ray Kroc.
Welcome back to WTOP-10. With your sports report for tonight, I'm Nick Stetter. The Lakers wrestling team traveled to Williamsport, Pennsylvania to take on the Lycoming Warriors. The Lakers came out strong from an outstanding performance by Juan Roque, who would win by a technical fall 19-4 over Leonard Coca. Michael Santor and Donovan Rail also picked up their decision wins against the opposing matchups. However, the Warriors' depth would prove too strong for the Lakers as Lycoming takes the 36-11 win, and the Lakers will have a short break till regionals on the 27th of February. Now to the swimming team, the Lakers will make their way to Buffalo, New York to face off against 9 other schools for the SUNY YAC Championship. Both the women and men's team are bringing a loaded squad to the competition and will be competing in a plethora of events over the next 4 days. The first day of the championships is Wednesday, February 18th, and will last until Saturday, February 21st. Good luck to all the Lakers involved. In professional football news, the Seattle Seahawks are deemed unlikely to franchise tag the Super Bowl MVP running back Kenneth Walker. Walker finished the season with 1,027 rushing yards and had 135 yards in the big game, controlling most first-team touches over the season. However, a split backfield with red zone threat Zach Charbonnet took most of the rushing touchdowns before Charbonnet tore his ACL in the divisional round matchup against the 49ers. Walker is most likely to be an unrestricted free agent in the 2026 offseason. To the other football, as the Champions League playoff rounds kicked off today in 4 stellar kickoffs. The first game sent fans in a shock when Turkish side Galatasaray faced off against Juventus. Juve started strong with a 2-0 lead delivered by Koopmeiners, but the leadership of Noah Lang would propel Galatasaray to a 4-goal half, winning to game 5-2 and stunning the Italian squad. The second leg of this matchup will commence on Wednesday, February 25th. Now for your highlight of the night, we take a trip to North Carolina where the number 3 Blue Devils take on the Syracuse Orange. Cameron Boozer, one of the best in the nation, finding this rebound for a putback layup here. And Duke attempted to keep this game close early, but this would come to struggle as the lead increased more and more throughout the game. And it would be a broad example of this with Isaiah Evans here, driving on his Syracuse defender, pumping twice for the and one bucket to increase the lead to 6. What a play by Evans. He had a phenomenal night. And let's see this one more time. Look at the step, go into it, 1, 2, just how you like it. Amazing play by Isaiah Evans there. We'll see the ball come right back up to him with Duke's post-up, kick out to Evans, screen, and a fading Trey bomb, just how you like it. Evans had 21 on the night, and the Duke Blue Devils would win this game in dominating fashion, 101-64.
It's time to reveal our new segment. It's the picture of the day.
For our first Tuesday night of news, we are highlighting our producers Logan Rousseau and Eddie McAlpine.
Logan and Eddie have known each other for almost their entire lives, and this picture is from their all-county chorus appearance.
If you have a picture you want to submit for next Tuesday, email Eddie or Logan for a chance to be featured.
I don't know about you guys, but it's pretty cool to see friends from so long ago, 7th grade, to now producing our show. Shout out to Eddie and Logan.
It's amazing.
Absolutely. Yeah, picture of the week. My favorite moment, what do you mean? Favorite what? Favorite moment from Eddie. He's in our ear as we speak. Shout out to you.
Hi, Eddie.
I would say probably just you hosting our sports shows. Eddie's an awesome guy, and he's on News Channel 9, I believe it is. So
he's a great guy.
He's a really great guy.
Amazing.
Absolutely. I love the goggles. The goggles really were something. When he showed that to me, I was like,
Think
wow.
he's got contacts now?
I have no idea.
I honestly think he should bring the goggles back if you were to ask me.
Any final weather updates there, Bradley?
Be ready for a cool down late next week.
Well, that's our report for tonight. Happy birthday to my sister Alexis tuning in. And
be sure to stay tuned for Jeopardy with Joe Seidman.
Thank you for watching.
Have a great night, everyone.